Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amir Hakimi bin Zarawi, and my method number is DE200121. So now I will represent about activity 3.31, which is, as you can see here, this is the simulation circuit that I create based on the circuit in the lab sheet. So first of all, here this is input angle, which is I already set it to 5, and the potentiometer gain is I set it to the 0.61111, and for the alternator gain I set it to the 1. And this is so you can see, this is the electrical part, this is mechanical part, this is integrator, and this is shaft motor position, and this is the input voltage. So now I will run the simulation. Okay, then I will check the input voltage. Okay, as you can see here, this is the input voltage, and for the input voltage here, the value is 3.056, and for the shaft motor, as we can see here, this is 5.864. Okay, so when the input for the potentiometer gain is anti-clockwise, as we can see, I change it to the negative 0.61111, so it will be anti-clockwise. Then I run the simulation. So the input angle still 5, and for the potentiometer, as I said earlier, is negative 0.61111, and for the alternator gain is still I set it to the 1. So after run the simulation, for the input voltage that we get is here, this is the input voltage. As we can see here, this is negative 3.056, and for the shaft motor, as we can see here, the minimum value is negative 5.864. Okay, then I will change the input angle to 150. And for the potentiometer gain, I will set it to the positive, which is clockwise. The direction for potentiometer is clockwise, and for the alternator gain, I will set it to 5. Then I will run the simulation. As we can see here, this is the input voltage. Here, this is the input voltage, which is 9.167. This is positive value. And for the shaft motor position, we will get 8.797. Okay, when the potentiometer gain is changing the direction, which is anti-clockwise, then we run the simulation. As we can see, for the input voltage, the input voltage become negative, which is negative 9.167. And also for the shaft motor position, the value will be become negative, which is negative 8.797. Okay, then I will change the input angle, which is 360, and for the attenuator I will change it to 8, and for the potentiometer I will change it to the positive value, which is the clockwise direction. Then I run the simulation. Okay, now for the input voltage, as we can see here, this is the input voltage, which is 2.200, and for the shaft motor position we will get the value is 3.378, and then after the potentiometer is changing direction, which is anti-clockwise direction. Sorry. And I run the simulation. As we can see, for the input voltage, here this is the for the input voltage value. As we can see, it become a negative value, which is negative 2.200. And also for the shaft motor position, as we can see here, the value will become negative, which is negative 3.378. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Khairami Ibrahim. So I will present for activity 3.3.2. So this is the simulation block diagram, and I will present on running the simulation. So this is the input angle and the attenuator gain that we need to change the variable, and the variable that we need to observe is this three: input voltage, shaft motor position, and output voltage. So this is the value after I've run the simulation for input angle positive 5, attenuator gain 1. So in case we need to change the input angle to anti-clockwise, so negative 360, apply, and the attenuator gain we can change it to 8, apply, okay, and then run the simulation. And we can see the display shows the value, the negative value, and the value will be increased. And if we change the input angle to positive 360, the value will be positive, the input voltage will be positive 22, and this is positive 324, and this is positive 19. That's all from me. Thank you.